welcome to our channel. We're so excited to dive into Jane Austen's classic novel, Pride and Prejudice. If you're just joining us, we highly recommend checking out our previous video where we covered chapters 5 and 6. This video will pick up where we left off and continue our journey through the story. So make sure to watch the previous video to get the full context and follow along with us as we explore Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy's captivating tale of love and misunderstandings. Get ready to immerse yourself in the world of 19th century England and the social complexities of high society. Let's get started. You are listening to Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Chapter 7 of Pride and Prejudice focuses on Elizabeth's visit to Hunsford, where she is staying with her friend Charlotte Lucas and her husband, Mr. Collins. The visit is meant to provide Elizabeth with a respite from the stresses of her family and to allow her to experience a new environment. At Hunsford, Elizabeth is introduced to Lady Catherine de Bourgh, Mr. Collins' patroness, who is both haughty and condescending. Elizabeth is put off by Lady Catherine's manners, but she is also drawn to Mr. Darcy, who is staying at nearby Rosings Park with Lady Catherine. Despite her initial reservations, Elizabeth begins to see Mr. Darcy in a new light, and she begins to understand that her initial impressions of him may have been misguided. She also begins to realize that she has feelings for him, despite his pride and the rumors about his behavior that have been circulating among the locals. The chapter also explores the theme of pride and prejudice, as Elizabeth's experiences at Hunsford begin to challenge her preconceived notions about Mr. Darcy and her prejudices. It also highlights the impact of societal expectations and norms, as Elizabeth is forced to confront her feelings and decide what is truly important to her. Overall, Chapter 7 focuses on Elizabeth's visit to Hunsford and her introduction to Lady Catherine and Mr. Darcy. The chapter explores the themes of pride and prejudice, as well as the impact of societal expectations and norms on relationships. Through Elizabeth's experiences at Hunsford, the reader begins to see the complexity of human relationships and the importance of seeing beyond first impressions. Chapter 8 focuses on Mrs. Gardiner's visit to Longbourn, Elizabeth's home. Mrs. Gardiner is Elizabeth's aunt and has come to visit her nieces and nephew. Her arrival provides a welcome distraction from the tensions that have arisen between Elizabeth and her mother, who is eager to see her daughters married. During her visit, Mrs. Gardiner provides Elizabeth with much-needed support and comfort, and the two women bond over their shared interests and experiences. Elizabeth confides in Mrs. Gardiner about her feelings for Mr. Darcy, and Mrs. Gardiner offers her sage advice. The chapter also introduces the theme of the importance of female friendship and support, as Mrs. Gardiner serves as a sounding board and a source of comfort for Elizabeth. It also highlights the dangers of societal pressure and the impact that it can have on relationships and personal happiness. Overall, Chapter 8 focuses on Mrs. Gardiner's visit to Longbourn and her role as a supportive and caring aunt to Elizabeth. The chapter explores the theme of the importance of female friendship and support, as well as the dangers of societal pressure and its impact on relationships and personal happiness. Through Elizabeth's experiences with Mrs. Gardiner, the reader begins to see the power of female friendship and the importance of having someone to confide in. In conclusion, we hope you enjoyed this summary of chapters 7 and 8 of Pride and Prejudice. There's still so much more to come, with plenty of twists and turns in this timeless classic. So be sure to subscribe to our channel for immediate updates as we take you through each chapter of this beloved novel. And if you haven't read the book yet, don't worry. You can quickly get your hands on a copy by clicking the link in the description below. So get ready to fall in love with the world of Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy all over again, and we can't wait to see you in our next video. Thank you for watching.